When you're feeling stressed at work, especially consecutively, it ultimately can lead to burnout. And when you're burnt out, one of the first things that goes is your creativity. So, some of the most common feedback that I get from my corporate doodle break workshops is how relaxed people feel after they've done their doodle breaks. And this is great for inviting that creativity in. Another piece of feedback that I often get is that they don't realize that they are creative, because so many people say they're not creative, artistically creative, but they don't think they're creative. And so this really starts that journey of creative confidence. And one last piece of feedback I get quite often is that people love that they go in and they don't have to perfect. They're making space for those creative ideas to flow. Today, I've got 2 doodle breaks for you, specifically designed to spark your creativity. And all you'll need is a piece of paper and a pen or a tablet to doodle on. So let's get started. So how do we expand our creativity? Well, we start to exercise that creative muscle. And we're going to start to do this we're going to doodle 3 circles. And we're going to continue this process 2 more times. So we're going to have 9 circles in total on your page. Now, again, not really being too concerned if they're not exactly circular. As long as they've got some resemblance. Doodling is not about perfecting. It's about just the doing. So we've got 9 circles on a page. Now, these 9 circles, this exercise comes from IDEO and really about mining your creativity. And in order to build that creative muscle, we have to extend or expand that mindset. And so for this activity, I'm going to invite you to doodle in each circle, turning it into a recognizable object. So I'm going to give you an example where the first one I've just done is I've decided to doodle a clock. Now again, don't worry about what exactly, like the artistic component about it, just get the ideas down. And we're going to have 30 seconds to fill in all these circles with something that's instantly recognizable. So let's start now. And stop. So this may have been really tricky, and it's supposed to be. Again, it's about expanding that mindset. Perhaps you were going through, and again, looking around your environment, whatever you ended up completing, congratulations, well done. You have actually built on those creative muscles. You've built on that lateral thinking. You've built on your imagination. So this is a really great activity at any point to do. You can even add even more circles in, and it does get more challenging, but this is so important to develop that creative muscle. For this activity, we're going to use a line that we can squiggle around on our page or a tablet. And again, not really worried where the pen goes, just allowing ourselves to flow. And so we'll do a little squiggle in whatever way it comes out. And part of the thing with creativity is allowing yourself to kind of tap in and trust yourself. So with this squiggle, I'm going to invite you to start to fill in each little area, and you can do lines and shapes. So perhaps, if you're choosing lines, it can be straight lines or wavy lines or squiggly lines. Anything that really, again, just taps into that creativity. You can do shapes, you can do, circles and stars, and just start to fill in each area, not thinking about what you're actually creating, but you're doing, because this is the process of creativity, and why really doodling can really help this creative process, because it's allowing ourselves to trust whatever comes out. And we're not sitting here perfecting, we're just allowing our pen to flow, get it on the page, and start to build those creative muscles. So wherever you are on your page, again, It's about being able to go in and start to tap into our own creativity. So whatever shape or line type you pick, if you do have colors, you can use colors. I'm just using my good old pen because that really, you don't have to use anything more than that. But just going in and also allowing that mindset to calm and to going in and playing. Now, playing is a key ingredient in life, and often, especially as we are adulting in the world and we've got, we're full of responsibilities, and oh, isn't it silly to be playing and doing things that really kind of deem is not an adult thing to do. Well, we're also, if we're not playing, we're losing a huge element of life. Play actually is a huge component of helping us really ignite and develop and, really unearth and unleash our creativity. And it also, it's not only a key ingredient to creativity, but is a key ingredient to enjoying life more and also being able to age less. Now, I know that sounds crazy, but as play has been researched, the more that we play, the younger that youthful side feels. And that's a really critical piece, especially in business, because it's not about being juvenile. It's about going in and being able to have fun, to experiment, to build on that creativity that oftentimes we just haven't used or exercised in so long. So again, just filling out these shapes or line types, anything that's coming to mind, really trusting yourself in this process. If you need some ideas like dotted lines, zigzag lines, perhaps shapes like stars or circles or triangles, again, just allowing that pen to connect and starting to expand and build creativity. It can be as simple as this. Oftentimes we think it's got to be so complex, but what stops us from being creative often is our perfectionism or desire to think we need to be completely perfected and also really be coming out with these incredible ideas or problem solving all the time. When we can give ourselves a space and play, we are in fact doing ourselves an incredible justice, because we're really lowering those stress levels so that we can unearth or mine more creativity and expand on this. So just going in and having fun. This is your time to do something for you, to go in to explore. A lot of, creativity is exploration. And that's why it's so important to do things that help you build that creative muscle. So now you'll probably start to see that we've got this wonderful doodle happening right in front of our very own eyes. And this is all coming from you, this creative soul that you have inside of you that will continue to grow if you give it more and more time. So these doodle breaks are absolutely vital in terms of building on that creative confidence and nurturing that creative self. So you can continue on this process anytime, or you can finish up where you are. And just remember that this is a go-to tool anytime. You can pick up that paper and pen or tablet to doodle on and start to really trust that creative self. So going in and just allowing that creative soul to kind of display on a page and know that this is something that will then impact other work that you do and how you think.